All right, welcome to another episode of Vida Post Fan TV. Yesterday was a wonderful night. Like, Arsenal blew our minds. As a matter of fact, I personally, Arsenal shocked me up. Bro, this is a national fan. He's a national fan, though. Me and for the game, I stand Madrid. But, man, if you see me the whole game, I was applauding. Like, I was just clapping for Arsenal. That was wonderful. That was a wonderful performance. Seriously, kudos to you guys. Kudos to you guys. That game was top notch. I did not expect anything from Arsenal. Then Arsenal gave us everything. You understand what I'm trying to say now? Real Madrid came with so much confidence. The Mbappe, the Bellingham, the Vinicius. Rodrigo was also wonderful in the game. In the first half, and we were all like, this one another wonderful draw game. We could just shout and all that. And then all of a sudden, Arsenal came out. So, bro, see, that game is just the first leg. You don't talk about it, it's a two-legged tie. And right now, there are no away good difference stuff and all those.
Yeah.
It's just the aggregate.
Yeah.
Arsenal Sports Fit bottle this thing because it's used to Arsenal to bottle things like this. And it's real. See, have you gone to see comments online?
Yeah, of course. I have.
Have you gone to see comments?
I have.
Reactions from the Madrid players themselves, hoping and believing Mbappe. I think there was one, what's his name? Lucas Vasquez. If there's any team that can turn a 3-goal deficit, it's Madrid. What's his name? There's nothing impossible to do.
Yes, of course.
What's his name? Carlo Ancelotti, the coach. You can see what he said there. He said, Madrid will need to make magic. There is nothing that can happen. Just like Declan Rice scoring 2 free kicks in the game. He has never done that in his career.
He has never done it.
Man, okay now. Let's go down to that Declan Rice free kick. Bro, that was price of rice on high for market like this.
I mean, no, it's very expensive.
Those free kicks. Now, I want to ask you, between the 2 free kicks, or I think they were wonderful goals yesterday, also from the Inter Milan and Bayern Munich match.
Yes.
That Lautaro
Martinez's goal.
Yeah.
Side footing, top beam.
That was Modric, not Modric. Charisma standard.
Charisma standard. Exactly.
Charisma standard. So, also that Mikel Merino's goal was also wonderful. That was good calculation. It's not easy to beat.
Yes.
Thibaut Courtois in that angle.
And another thing again, I also think that yesterday actually blessed us with fantastic goals. Honestly, fantastic.
The whole game, like the games yesterday, the goals yesterday.
Not being biased. You see, when I saw. You
don't have to say not being biased. As I stand Madrid, I knew what I saw, bro. Come on.
Not being biased. When I saw Lautaro Martinez's goal yesterday, I was like, side foot. You use the side foot, top beam. So I was like, wow. So I did not even know that such happened. But talking about yesterday. See, Arsenal actually blew me out of the waters. I'm an Arsenal fan, yes. Right? But looking at this whole game, looking at the complexion of the game at first, on paper, Arsenal actually stood no chance against Real Madrid. Arsenal stood no chance. But the more we look at the game, the more we be like, wait, firstly, Arsenal had to try and balance the game by ensuring, say, Madrid, those guys where they always depend on. You know, it got to a stage, Madrid became more like an individual brilliance type of persons. You know, when they step up, you get. Now those guys, then they turn things around for them. You understand? Vinicius Junior, if you just all of a sudden grab the game by the scruff of the neck, then all of a sudden deliver. Or Mbappe can just raise up from nowhere and do. Or Jude Bellingham, you know, stuff like that. But Arsenal had to ensure that wait. If you notice the first 15 minutes of the game, it's like Arsenal did not really start the game, you know, like being
not
confident.
Even the first 15 minutes, you understand? First half, I think they were playing with fear or too much respect for the Madrid team.
Exactly.
You know, like most of the the interview we conducted prior to the game, most of the Madrid stars, the Madrid fans that came to comment, they were confident of the fact that they are Champions League royals.
Of course.
The record they've had in the Champions League has been wonderful. Given the previous game with Man City,
I mean, the record speaks for itself now.
It's obvious.
Yes.
You get it's been really wonderful for them. So they were having that confidence, like Arsenal. Arsenal.
And I also feel that the pedigree of Real Madrid also played in the psychology of the Arsenal boys, the Arsenal players. They'll be like, oh, these guys over they play against. Let them be the defensive champion. No?
Yeah.
Defending actually.
They're
Let them be the
defending
defending
champions.
champion.
Exactly.
And not just that, they have they have they have exceeded all odds. You know, from one competition, Champions League competition season to another. Madrid has always been Madrid. So going into that game, knowing fully well, so the person when they play against, na ancestor when it comes
telling
to
you.
football. Na ancestor. So you said you go give the person in your own respect. Say, bros, I beg take am easy o. Na your son you dey play against o. You understand me? But second half Arsenal came stronger and I was really, really surprised. First and foremost, Arsenal coming all out. It's almost as though somebody has to remind them, now look, guys, una don't forget say who una don't forget who una be. Una don't forget
When I was
play.
watching the game yesterday, the second half of the game, when I saw Arsenal players coming out to play, allowing Madrid the counter, at first I was scared, like, Then they allow, there's Vinicius running from this angle, back running from the center, and Rodrigo Valverde also running from the defense, although it was not attack-wise for yesterday. I think it was also being cautious of the Arsenal defense, although he had Martinelli to contend with. Saka was also trying to do his dirties from the other wing. But allowing Madrid the counter in the second half, I was really scared for Arsenal, but I didn't know they had a plan. I didn't know they had a plan. And I think it paid off in the long run.
Yes, it paid off.
And if you look at the quarterfinalists now, Madrid, PSG, Arsenal, Bayern Munich, Inter, Aston Villa, am I missing any?
No.
Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain, who are wonderful teams, who have also met before, are the only teams without a Champions League trophy. Madrid has 15. Barca has 5. Bayern Munich has 6, right?
Even
Inter Milan has 6. Bayern Munich has 3. Aston Villa has 1. Paris and Arsenal
has none.
You get, and all teams combined have 16 Champions League to Real Madrid's 15. That's Champions League heritage.
Exactly.
Now, those are the people who Arsenal have actually demolished in the first leg. Now, we saw what happened with Wolfsburg the other time. You can see Wolfsburg even posted something on their Facebook channel, handle. They are trying to remind Arsenal. Now Madrid, bro, it's Real Madrid.
Exactly.
You get, because Wolfsburg, they had a 2-goal difference in that game. They were 2 goals up, and they were just nonchalant, like overconfident. And then Madrid had Mr. Champions League, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
So Wolfsburg had that to contend with. Right now, Arsenal have Mbappe, Vinicius Junior to contend with. According to Vinicius Junior, Santiago is a big space, and they have 90 minutes to overcome this. Now he is confident. He was part of the team who overturned the Man City's 5-2 deficit. When they had 1% chance. My God. So he is confident. You know, Vinicius is a bossy player.
Yeah.
He has confidence in himself. Yeah. So he is really confident that they can turn this around. And see, Arsenal should not sleep.
Yeah, of course. Now, going into that game, I thought about it again too. I was like, but wait, I think I was talking to a friend yesterday and I told them that Arsenal has 180 minutes of football to define if truly they want to go to the next stage. And that 180 minutes include first leg and second leg. Now, people are still failing to recognize that, look, Arsenal is from the EPL, and EPL teams are blessed with low block. They call it haram football. Haram football, meaning that nobody is coming out to play anything. You understand? Nobody is coming to play anything. Arsenal did it against Manchester City this season. Yeah, although he ended 2-2 whole draw in Etihad. And Arsenal was even practically winning that game 2-1 before, Arsenal actually had a red card. And I think Trossard actually, he was red carded in that particular game. And Arsenal Arsenal stood up and stuff. And they held on till the very last minute when Manchester City equalized. So defensively, although there's a little bit of personnel one personnel missing, of which we all know it is part of Arsenal's success story this season.
They didn't miss. I didn't think they missed Gabriel
No,
yesterday.
they didn't. They did not. They did not.
They
They did not miss.
Gabriel was also in the. He went live with Declan Rice after that. And I think the excitement was everywhere.
Yes.
I will not lie. I was excited for Arsenal because it's just like seeing the less privileged finally enjoying something. Hey, you will see.
That's harsh. That's very harsh.
I think for them, this is the trophy already for Arsenal. That's how I see it. And in recent times, when you beat the defending champion, usually, I think about 90% of the time, you go ahead to win the trophy. Yes. We've seen Manchester United be there. We've seen Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Man City, and a lot of them, they did it. Once you beat the defending champion, you go ahead to win the trophy. It's something like a culture in the league. Now, let's go ahead. Let's check this Declan Rice free kick. Between the first and the second free kick, which of them do you think was really appealing? Now, first of all, look at the first one. This is the first goal.
This one is difficult, man. This one is difficult because
are you seeing the curve in that one?
Yeah, if you talk about the first free kick, for instance, now, first one, power. He executed power. Number two, they bend. The bend.
The curve.
In fact, the bend.
The movement of the ball.
Exactly.
Man.
You see, everybody has his own right to their own opinion. Okay, yeah. Talking about the second one, which for me happens to be one of the most difficult. But I can also equate the first one even as strongly as the second one. The reason is
Snyder was often not. He was not impressed.
Snyder is envious. He's actually envious. I
think anybody. I don't think anybody should actually talk down on those free kick goals.
Yeah, true.
Those goals were
true. And another thing again, why almost everybody's talking about this Declan Rice's goals is because we hardly see free kick goals week in, week out.
Yeah.
We hardly see it. If it's a common thing, if it's a common thing, everybody's like, okay, it's another free kick.
Okay. Now let's take a look at this second one. Now look at this second goal.
Yeah.
Similar positions, but just slightly away.
Well, this is hard. This is hard. To beat one of the best goalkeepers.
Look at where he put that ball.
Top.
Look at where he put that ball. It's almost, in fact, it's impossible for two Courtois to get that ball, man.
No, it's impossible. Even if they had to shift,
he had to do it twice.
Yes,
twice. Now I think that those two goals, I think he's contending with himself for goal of the week in the Champions League,
or even goal of the season for the Champions League.
Yeah. Okay, wait. There was also a wonderful goal in the Inter Milan versus Bayern Munich game.
Yeah,
that was that Lautaro Martinez. Rabona and no, it was Rabona.
It's not actually Rabona. It's just a Trivela.
Yeah. In the game with Bayern Munich, and just look at that.
That goal is really it's hard. It's really hard for you to strike it and still to make it go top beam with your still right foot. I mean, he would have gone with his left, right? But decided to go with his right and still hit it.
Top beam. Yesterday against Bayern Munich. Yesterday was really wonderful. And I'm really impressed. I'm impressed generally with Arsenal, with the whole thing. We'll see you again on the next episode. This is Viva and Vida Pulse Fan TV. We love you so much. Please keep a date with us all time. At all time, we'll keep it entertaining and informative. Thank you very much. We love you so much, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.